Let's have another example for the integral of a certain function around a circular path centered at the origin. This time, we have here the function f of z is the conjugate of z. I'm trying to introduce this that we will not be forgetting the expression equivalent to the conjugate of z. Right? So, all things comes first. We are, of course, solving for this along the circular path here, centered at the origin. By the way, let's call this as a unit circle so that we will be guided that our circle is a unit circle centered at the origin. Now, we have here the integral of your f of z of t times z prime of t dt from a to b. I tried to add this one so that we will be guided that our unit circle is actually having a radius of 1. Because our parameterization for a circular path is indicated, especially if it's centered at the origin, as r e to the power of it. And since we are now focused again just to limit it for unit circle, we will have here equivalent to 1 e to the power of it. That's our z of t. At the same time, we can of course identify here the a and b values because our t must be between a and b, and since it's a circular path, it's a closed path, meaning it starts with 0 to 2 pi, the value of our circular 1 revolution. So our a is 0 and our b is 2 pi. Okay, now this is sure since we have limited it to a unit circle. That would mean our first derivative of that is also equivalent to the derivative of our z of t. So we'll have here with respect to t, so we have e to the u du, e to the u, derivative of your u or your exponent here with respect to t is I. So you will have here z prime of t equal to I e to the power of I t. So we have this now, and we have this given function. However, take note, if we're going to plug that in here, we will not be using e to the power of it. That is because our function is defined differently. And that's the reason why I added that here. Our function is defined as the conjugate of our z. So it should not be e to the power of it. It would be something else. How do we add this into discussion? Now think of this one here. We know that for our e to the power of it, right? Our e to the power of it can be written using the Euler's formula. We have cosine of your t, okay? Of course, if this is r theta, right? So you have r cosine, but since again r is 1, you have here plus I sine of t. Okay? So your t is the angle, just like again, let me illustrate this in this manner. If you have your e to the power of I theta, it's actually cosine of theta plus I sine of theta. So our theta here is t. So it looks like this. However, if we're going to talk about the conjugate of z, because this is actually our z of t earlier. The conjugate of z is when we apply the conjugate of a certain complex numbers as well. So if this is the complex number equivalent to e to the power of it, its conjugate is of course cosine of t minus I sine t. Same first term, same second term, but different operations separating them. This is actually your z bar, right? Or your, what do you call this one, your conjugate of z. So writing that obviously in this form as well, this would be equivalent to, okay, your cosine of t plus negative of I sine t, right? So that's minus I. So that would mean your I, which stands for your numerator here, is negative. So e to the power of negative I t. This is actually what you will be using, not the positive it, because we are now on its equivalent conjugate. Hopefully that's clear. That's why I also would like to introduce that here. So our z bar is actually e to the power of negative it. We will not be using this positive, but we use that to identify the given function. So when we try to return here to the integral of f of z dz along the circular path identified earlier, Again, that is equivalent to f of z of t, z prime of t, dt. Of course, the range is 0 to 2 pi as mentioned here. So let's say a and b in the meantime. As we substitute that, 0 to 2 pi, this again is not the positive exponent of e, which is actually e to the power of negative it. The first derivative is this, I e to the power of it dt. Okay? So we have that as our form now. So similar to the previous video, our I is actually a constant using the property of constant multiple. You can bring that out. You have here I times the integral from 0 to 2 pi of e to the power of negative it, e to the power of it dt. You have same basis, and according to the multiplication law of exponents, you will have here I integral from 0 to 2 pi of e to the power of negative it plus it dt. But that would give us a result here, 0 to 2 pi of e to the power of 0 dt, which is just I times, we have integral of 0 to 2 pi of dt. Because e to the power of 0 is just equal to 1. We know that the integral of dt is actually t, since it is with respect to t. So this would actually be equivalent to I. You will have here t 0 to 2 pi. You will have to continue that here. So I times 2 pi. Okay? So minus I times 0. That's 0. So your final answer is 2 pi I. Arranging them constants first before your imaginary unit. This is the answer. This is the integral of your given function f of z being the conjugate of z around the circular path centered at the origin, where our circle is a unit circle as added here to make sure that your r could be specified with its corresponding value. So this is how we answer this type of situation using all of the rules of integration together with the parameterization of your circular path centered at the origin and the idea of your conjugate. Thank you very much for watching.